I want to comment about what I think happened to Ojwang, Albert Ojwang. I want to make a comment as a professional, and I also want to make a comment as a victim. Since it is the story of Ojwang, I'll not comment very much on me. About myself, I'll comment in passing. I want to put myself in Albert Omondi Ojwang's shoes, and I also want to place myself in the shoes of various people, in as many people as possible, including, of course, myself. I recently had such a case, and it really brought me a lot of problems. There was a case where I went through a similar situation, and I can tell you, especially people who are of my age, I can tell you that in the security department, the DCI, we have they are killers. Actually, they are killers, and I can tell you that they are worse. They are worse than Nyayo House torture chambers. I'm talking as a victim, and I want also to share that. You can see this case here. You can see this case here. This is a case that was in the High Court, land section, whereby I organized 3 kids. There is this lady, the first. This is a real case, whereby the lady lost her husband, and then suddenly she befriended a police officer within Gigiri Police Command. And I organized for her kids. You can see the name of her kids, where we went to court and we won. We won the case. You can see the case file is there written. You can read about it. And I organized the 3 kids here who took her to court, who took their mother and the brother to their mother to court, and they won a case. They won the case. You can see this is a real case, which was there in the Milimani law courts, and you can see from this letter, the lady's lawyer, you can see the particulars, wrote a notice of intended notice to appeal. We won the case, and the lawyer of this lady, wrote a notice of intended appeal on this day. This is the name of the lawyer. And this is the day. He appealed, 31st October, where he said he is going to appeal against the judgment of Jacqueline Mogire. There's just Jacqueline Mogire who passed a judgment against this lady. And when she passed the judgment against this lady, her lawyer wrote a notice of appeal in October. This is 31st October, where this lawyer, the particulars of the lawyer is this one, where he said he was going to appeal against the judgment. He said he was going to appeal against the judgment. And as we were waiting for that, this is what happened. This lady's husband died, and then she started selling things. So, I had to make a lot of noise because, as you can see, the land is at Koitobos. The land is at Koitobos. You can see down here, it is written that the land is at Koitobos. Where is it? There is a place where they've written The land is at Koitobos, near Giraffe Center. Yeah, you can see 147 Koitobos Road, Karen, Nairobi, Kenya. That is where the land is, and I made a lot of noise that she was selling the land. And you see, making noise, nowadays, the only way you make noise is through public, social media and whatever. And so, as we were waiting for the Justice Jacqueline Mogire, she's the one who had the KICC case. Yeah. So when she passed the judgment against her, this lady went from Koitobos Road. Koitobos Road is next to Hadi Police Station, the last station before Ongata Rongai. Then she traveled all the way 30 kilometers to Gigiri Police Station, where her sugar baby is a police driver. And I'm saying that because in the what do you call, in the Senate, Dr. Oburu is complaining that didn't we have police cells in Homa Bay? Didn't we have police cells even in Nakuru? Why particularly that police cell? I'm also a victim of that, just because I'd given a case in case number. It is in the Environment and Land Courts Milimani, case number ELC, case number E173 of 2023, just because I gave evidence on a case that is ELC, case number E173 of 2023. This lady, in fact, she did not even complain because I was complaining about her selling that land. And when I complained, I even went to social media to complain, says she was selling that family land. So because it is because I had gone to social media. That is where DCI now are now using the way. You talk anything on social media, they just come up with that law that they say misuse of, and in is what do you call, cyberbullying and misuse of computer. That is what they do. But you see, this is a choice I made. Do I keep quiet and then she and her boyfriend, who is a police officer within Gigiri Division Command, sell the land and deny her children? You have seen her 3 children. If I would have kept quiet, their inheritance would have been taken away. But then she went and reported to Gigiri, and it is in Gigiri that they came and whisked me away. And it is just, my case is just similar, very similar to Albert Ojwang, because the OCS rerouter, madam, called me at, she wanted to consult me. And as a former police officer, those things are very normal to me. So I was called and then went there. Just like Albert was, the Mawingo OCS was used. Just like Mawingo, they use the local OCS. And that is why I'm saying I'm not happy to hear that the Central Police Station OCS has been interdicted or anything. The OCS Central have been interdicted and his people. That one is wrong. You see, here are 2 OCS involved. The Royal OCS has been involved, and also the Central Police Station. Now, what they do is that they have choices of police stations. They have particular police stations where they know there is weaknesses. That is one. And I was taken to Gigiri because of 2 things. One, Gigiri is where the sugar baby of that madam there is a police driver within that command. So a police station was being chosen where he works as a police driver. 2, if you can remember, that is where Jimanji, the fellow, the femicide of Kware, was taken. So it is, I'm answering Dr. Oburu when he says, why, if he were to be taken to police cells, why was he not taken to Mawengo police station? No, they are taking them to certain places where they know. That is one. 2, I want to say here that the OCS, I said the two OCSs, the OCS in Mawingo in Homa Bay, and the OCS in, especially the OCS in Central Police Station Nairobi. He is very innocent. Today, the DCI has become worse than Special Branch during Nyayo House. The DCI has become worse than Special Branch during Nyayo House. What I mean here is that if you can see the entry that if you can see the entry, me, I'm aware of the entry that was written in Riruta Satellite. I told Madam Osies that I want to be told what I was being arrested for, but they did not even tell her, and she was just quiet there. And two, later on a check on the OB, it says that we are processing. So I will not be shocked if the Mawingo, I will not be surprised if Mawingo police station it's written that DCI officers are processing. I would want whoever has a voice to say, from today, all OCS should be told that DCI detectives, when they come, they should not write in the OB that we are processing. That is the thing. They write misuse of computer, cyberbullying and misuse, and then they say we are processing. The law since 1970 or even earlier, the law says that the cells are the property of the OCS. The Commissioner of Police then, and even the Inspector General of Police now, cannot release a prisoner from your cell. Okay, the thing is, he can write that I've ordered the OCS to release the prisoner. So the law just says that it is the OCS who has powers to release that. So the OCS, anybody being placed in your cells, you have to have the authority to question. You have to question anybody, just like hii kitu ya kusema ati Kenya Wildlife wameleta mtu ama Kenya Forest wameleta mtu, even if that person appears to be healthy or anything, also cross-examine, because at the end of the day, you are the custodian of that prison. And I can tell you that there is also this trick that people are placing people in cells and then trying to extort money from their relatives. So you facilitate the government to, you see that is, the government is feeding that person. The government is lodging that person, and the government is answerable to the security of that person. So somebody coming to use your cells, I think that one should be addressed. Now let us go to the issue of where was he hurt or whatever. I can tell you, look at the time he was arrested. He was arrested while having lunch. He was arrested while he was having lunch. Let us take approximately, that was noon. Now to reach midnight, by midnight, he was dead. Meaning that somebody who was very healthy, within 11 hours, he was dead. You see, that is a problem. Within the 12 hours, he was dead. So the thing is, my own estimate is that he was tortured. When he was at Mawingo, the police station near his home is called Mawingo. When he was at Mawingo police station, he was healthy and whatever. Now, what I think is that between Homa Bay and Nairobi, he was tortured a lot. And when he was being booked into Central Police Station, he was already injured. And that is the purpose of my recording this video. The police, the OCS and people, the OCS, the report office personnel and whatever, and even the duty officer nowadays are very scared of. I remember even this case I've just told you. I tried to discuss with Madam OCS Gigiri, and she was sort of scared of talking to me about it, saying, no, that is a CID case. That is a DCI case. I can't handle DCI case. Mine is just to make sure that you are here and you are safe and you are well taken care of. Nothing more, nothing less. So you see, what happens is that, and I can even tell you, there are two lady OCSs. When I was in Riruta, the Madam OCS with her deputy Inspector Jibril, when they came, I told them, I've not been told my rights. I'm supposed to be told why I have been arrested, and they didn't say that. And even what if I dare anybody to check the OB in Riruta, because I know the content. I don't know what was recorded in Gigiri, but I'm very sure if you go to Mawingo, I saw the family lawyer saying that among other things he wants to see, he's interested in seeing the OB number that Lagat complained. Yeah, like because this is just a case of maybe a phone call and whatever. And if he never if he never went to, because according to the Inspector General, the DIG has said that him, like any other Kenyan, he has a right to complain if maligned. Yeah. Now, if he's maligned like any other Kenyan, then it means that he has to go to a police station and complain like any other Kenyan. And then let me ask you a question. Many Kenyans have complained about cyberbullying and whatever. Do they act swiftly the way they acted the way for him? Now, if they acted swiftly for him, how many people have complained about cyberbullying by people who are out of town? I know of a case. I know of a case. Not even elsewhere, just Riruta police station. A case of 2 years. A complaint was made, and the complainant, anybody questioning me, I can pinpoint that. 2 years now. Somebody complained of cyberbullying. The file was ready. Uh, the file was ready, and the complainant was told to look for a vehicle, so that the vehicle can take they can take the complainant and the investigation officer to wherever, 400 kilometers to where that person the person is, the person who has been accused. Now, if you are told, if I dare anybody asking me, I know that case, it is at Riruta police station. Now, if somebody had reported to Riruta police station that somebody in Tukana, and it is 2 years since he was told at the can you bring a vehicle so that we go to wherever that person is under arrest. Did if Lagat is arguing like a civilian like anybody else, was he also asked to supply a vehicle and whatever? If his case it takes very fast, and if his case takes very fast and whatever, then he's not complaining as an ordinary person. If he did not go to a police station and enter into a OB, if he did not, if somebody can wait for 2 days, for 2 years, for the suspect to be arrested, and him it takes 2 days, then they are not treating him like any other person. So that is, and I want to believe that, I want to suggest that this man, this what do you call? I want to suggest that this man was tortured after he left Mawigo police station in Homa Bay, and between that place and Central police station. I have to give examples. When I gave evidence to the TJRC, I said between Kericho and Nakuru, Ouko was removed and thoroughly beaten. Of course, it was not CID then, it was special branch. But you see, misitu ni tofauti, lakini nyani ni wale wale. I also want to talk about the case of Father Kaiser. This man, imagine this young boy, 31 years, imagine him hitting himself on the wall. And then, okay, let us even say, okay, he hit himself. There is a question of toxicology. There is the question of toxicology. I also want to, before the results are out, I also want to question the toxicology tests because even when I was at Gigiri, instead of being there for 24 hours, I was there for 42 hours. Instead of being there for 24 hours, I was there for 42 hours. From Monday evening to 1:30, 1:30 on Wednesday. That is 42 hours. And for those 42 hours, the only thing I was fed was tea, 2 cups of tea, and 4 slices of bread. And then you know what? I was hungry. Eh? Hungry. I had not eaten. After a time when of the 42 hours, there's a time when it was 15 hours. You see, I had stayed for 15 hours on 1 cup of tea and 2 slices. And then they complain and comes. She's in and then produces food. I even did know she's the one who had bought it. I washed my hand and I was about to eat. Then I saw it is a meal that I'm allergic to. And these people wanted to force me, and I told them, you can shoot me, you can kill me. Now, supposing I would have eaten that, toxicology would have said maybe I had taken drugs or anything. Who knows? Maybe that food was whatever. So even the toxicology tests on Albert Omondi Ojwang may come out. Hey, these people are killers. And somebody somewhere should address this issue. Yes, these young people have been doing bad. I also offered myself to talk to them when they started showing pictures of the president in coffins and what. But you see, some of these things, we have to go with the office. If you are a DIG, you are a public person. You are placed there. Let me tell you one thing. If Ruto had not been elected as a president, nobody would have called him Kasongo. So when you get a public office, expect backlash. Now, if the DIG cannot withstand backlash, then he should resign. He should resign. Now, you have your right here. Suppose you would have ignored that. So that young man would be still alive today. Hmm? Still be alive today. Now you have made a complaint and whatever. And that is how. But I'm not happy with the way the Gashagwa it takes everything to be Ruto bashing at OCG. Kanja is there and whatever. Let me tell you, in police we have tribalism, but it is not tribalism the way you know it. The last time we had tribalism no, not last time. Last time we had a GSU officer heading the police was Gethi. When Gethi was the commissioner of police, the next intake of HTC of 25 students, 10 were from GSU. 10 were from GSU and 15 were from other places. GSU usually come up together. Now look at once upon a time, Kanja was the commandant of GSU. Who was his deputy? It was Lagat. Then there was a vacancy in the DIG's position. Kanja was made the DIG, and then he promoted Lagat as the commandant of GSU. So now Kanja became the inspector general. Now, he has been pulling this person up and down. But we should reach a place. I think we should ask ourselves, if Nancy Baraza just pinched a guard and she lost her job as the deputy chief justice, what about this? I do believe that Nani should, what do you call, I do believe that Lagat should do the honorable thing and just leave. He made a mistake, and his mistake is not very very bad. It is remember. No, don't take my word word by word, because I know there are you can talk 1,000 things, but one thing you misspeak or anything, people. What I'm trying to say is that what he did, if he would have ignored that, that man would be alive. And his is not as serious as I know of people in the. I've worked with people. You pull a trigger, you find you have killed somebody, and you go to jail. Lagat will not go to jail. He'll just go home. So I think that is how it should be. And I think one of the first thing that happened was, let me summarize it so that we now get it, how I think everything happened. Now, this young man, I've not read the whatever he did. There were two or more. Where they did what they did, which Langat was not happy. When Langat was not happy, instead of going to the police station and complaining like anybody else, if he has to use that, he did ring a few phones here and there, and the people left Nairobi specifically to go and get that boy. Huko Nyakach, is it not Nyakach? Huko Kasipul, Kabondo, Mawingo. They went to the OCS's place. They took him and arrested this person. Now, in their urge to please the bosses, they started torturing him. Between Mawego and Central Police Station. They started torturing him, and when they tortured him, when they reached Central Police Station, the report, the OCS, the duty officer, the report office personnel, the cell sentry, knowing, imagine, from the examples I've just given. This, let me tell you, OCS and Kenya. Okay, if what I've gone through is anything, they never question DCI. DCI is even worse than what we were during Nyayo House. Now I would now, basing on what I've gone through, is that these people, they arrived with somebody who was bleeding. They arrived with somebody who was in a bad condition because he died within 2 hours of arrival. Now, the way the general duty, the OCS and those under the OCS, they can't. Nowadays, you saw it with this journalist who is called Gaido. Yeah, Gaido. You saw it on at Karen police station. These people do anything they want to do, and as if the police are not there. And let me tell you, the police look at them. Have you ever been arrested by a GSU and a Boy Scout is there? The way the Boy Scout looks at the scene with a lot of mshangao. That is what is happening. The police station, they behave as if they are Boy Scouts watching GSU or Red Company or is it Flying Squad arresting somebody. That is the picture that is there. Now, when they arrived, the police, in Kiganjo, they say that don't accept. That is the training. Don't accept to book in a prisoner. Accept on 3 conditions. One, you record in the OB that you are receiving a suspect. Okay, let's even give an example of somebody who has been attacked by a mob justice. Say, okay, this is a pickpocket who has been hit by, but his condition is this and this. And then the OCS has ordered that the suspect be taken to hospital straight. First of all, you record the way it is, and then 2, you take that person to the hospital. Now, what I suspect happened at Central Police Station is that the OCS was na hata labda the OCS was told, unajua huyu ndiye anatukana Lagat so the OCS anawekwa baridi. So they accepted that person the way it is. The second mistake was they didn't take that person to hospital. The third thing, you hear that the person was taken to a lone cell, in a cell that he was alone without any other person. Why? Because he was taken to another cell where there was no other person, simply because if he would have been taken to a cell where there are other prisoners, they would have said, oh, why are you bringing in Wangezusha? Not even Kuzusha. Even right now, they would be telling people, you see, when he was brought, he was really in a bad condition. So they took him to another place where he was alone, hurt with cold, hakuna blanketi, hakuna kitanda. Yeah. So that coldness and whatever is what killed him. And the way he was, that is exactly what happened. And that is what was happening. So I also join other people saying, why should you interdict the OCS, the duty officer, the report officer, and whatever? The people, okay, I get it. Because the OCS and the duty officer and they are not supposed to receive somebody unless it is written. And if you say that I was scared of those people, it is up to you. Okay, that one we can say that. But what about those people who left Nairobi to go to that? Why are they not interdicted? Why are they not whatever? Hmm? They should also be interdicted and be investigated. I also agree that Langat should step aside, because how do you write a statement and say that we were okay? It is possible that they may say that the instruction that were given was specific and ABCD. When he's still in the office, they'll fear for that. And lastly, is that these people, to me, I don't think you cannot you person you cannot hit that person in 2 hours and he dies. This person was beaten under a prolonged time. Now, when he was beaten and in the cells, he would have the beating. Other prisoners would have had, and they would have would have reacted. So he went there when he was dying. Hmm? And you don't want to tell me that Central Police Station personnel are the ones who did that. It is those people who took him. Now, arresting another person and doing that is misleading people. Now, what is going to happen is this. What is going to happen is this. The OCS and those other people have been interdicted. The case will drag on until you people forget. When you people have forgotten, the OCS will silently be transferred to be the OCS Elwak or Todenyang and such things, and story will end that way. Why am I saying so? You know Jimaji, the Kware femicide fellow. There are people who are interdicted. I think they appeared in court once or twice. Do you remember that? Or is it me who have just reminded you? You see, that is what is happening in Kenya. Any information like this one, the man will be buried. People will, during the burial, there will be a lot of speeches. After the burial, whatever, the OCS will be taken to court. You'll hear you'll hear the case of dragging in on and on. Now look at the case. The two boys were taken all the way from Homa Bay. Now the office of the director of public prosecution has said that they have checked the file and find that whatever these two people did, it does not, the other person has been released unconditionally, because after the ODPP checked with the file, he found that the case has no merit. It has no merit. But somebody is dead. And a person, a younger brother to me, because I think I'm older than the father, a younger brother to me, who had done a lot of manual work in Coast Province to educate his only child to the university. Now that the child has started working, where he would have even bought the father a suit. It has gone that way. Now the father has gone back to the former life, where he has to wake up very early in the morning, take his grandson to school, and attend PTA meetings. Kwa kufanyaje? That's life. It is quite painful, but it has happened. we have to tell the truth.